Are you sick of watching the world stumble through mediocrity, clinging to comfort like it's a lifeline? Do you feel the pull of something greater, a life forged by your own hands, unshackled from the ordinary? Most men crumble under the weight of true independence, but not you. You're different and you know it. Welcome to the Sigma male community, where we don't just dream of power, purpose, and unbreakable resolve, we build it habit by habit. Today we're tearing into 11 hard habits that crush the average man but flow like second nature to the Sigma. These aren't fluffy tips. They're the raw, unfiltered blueprint for a life of mastery and defiance. Buckle up, brothers. This is your call to rise. 1. The architecture of silence, strategic observation. While the world drowns in a sea of pointless noise, the Sigma male stands apart, wielding silence like a master craftsman's tool. He doesn't need to shout or prattle to prove his worth. His power lies in what he doesn't say. Every pause is a calculated strike, peeling back the layers of a room to reveal what others miss. The hidden motives, the unspoken tensions, the cracks in the facade. This isn't about being quiet for the sake of it. It's active, razor-sharp perception. Ordinary men scramble for attention, spilling words like cheap currency, but the Sigma knows that true dominance comes from understanding, not announcing. He listens, he observes, and when he speaks, the world stops to hear him. Mastering this habit means shedding the itch to be seen at every turn, a weakness most can't overcome. It's about training your mind to value insight over applause, to see silence as a fortress rather than a void. The Sigma doesn't waste breath on trivialities. He conserves his energy for what matters, striking with precision when the moment demands it. This is mental discipline at its peak, a stoic art form that turns patience into power. While others exhaust themselves in the chaos of constant chatter, the Sigma builds an empire of clarity, proving that in a noisy world, the quiet man holds the reins. 2. Solitude, the forge, not the cage. Most men run from solitude like it's a plague, desperate to fill the silence with noise and company, anything to dodge their own thoughts. Not the Sigma. He steps into solitude like a warrior entering a forge, knowing it's where his strength is tempered and his purpose honed. This isn't about hiding. It's about commanding a space where the mind can breathe, free from the clutter of the crowd. In this sacred isolation, he wrestles with his doubts, sharpens his vision, and emerges not broken but forged anew. It's a rebellion against a society addicted to distraction, a middle finger to the fear of being alone. The Sigma doesn't just survive solitude, he thrives in it. He uses it to strip away the superficial, to face himself with brutal honesty and build resilience that no external force can shake. Ordinary men see aloneness as a cage, a punishment to escape, but the Sigma sees it as freedom, a chance to craft a life aligned with his deepest truths. This habit demands courage, the kind that stares into the abyss and finds fuel instead of fear. While others cling to the safety of the herd, the Sigma walks alone, not because he has to, but because he chooses to, and that choice makes him unstoppable. 3. Monotasking, the deep dive disruption. The world worships the myth of multitasking, chasing the buzz of a dozen half-finished tasks like it's a badge of honor. The Sigma sees through the lie. He plants his flag in the ground and dives into one thing with ferocious intensity, cutting through the noise to create something extraordinary. This isn't just focus, it's a full-on assault on distraction, a refusal to let the shallow pull of busyness dilute his potential. He knows that mastery doesn't come from juggling. It comes from plunging deep, undisturbed, into the heart of what matters. Ordinary men flail in the chaos. The Sigma conquers with clarity. Building this habit means rejecting the frantic pace most can't escape. It's about saying no to the trivial, silencing the notifications, and trusting that depth beats breadth every time. The Sigma doesn't scatter his energy. He channels it like a river carving stone. This is stoic discipline in action. Rational, deliberate, and unyielding. While others pride themselves on doing everything at once and achieving nothing of substance, the Sigma crafts excellence in the quiet of single-minded pursuit. It's not just a habit, it's a revolution against a world too cowardly to focus. 4. Rule crafting, not rule-taking. Society hands out its rulebook like it's gospel, expecting every man to bow and obey. The Sigma laughs, rips it apart, and writes his own. His life isn't dictated by the herd's expectations but by a code carved from his own values and hard-earned wisdom. This isn't reckless defiance, it's sovereignty, the kind that comes from knowing exactly who you are and what you stand for. While others stumble through life begging for approval, the Sigma builds his own kingdom, brick by brick, guided by principles that no one else can touch. Conformity? That's for men too weak to think for themselves. Living this way takes guts most don't have. It means standing tall when the world tries to pull you down, trusting your own compass over the crowd's map. The Sigma doesn't bend to fit in, he shapes his reality to fit him. This is self-mastery at its rawest, a stoic rejection of anything that doesn't serve his purpose. Every rule he crafts is a stake in the ground, a declaration of independence. While ordinary men cling to the safety of someone else's script, the Sigma writes his own story, and it's one hell of a tale. 5. Identity capital. Investing in the ultimate asset you. The Sigma doesn't waste his chips on fleeting trends or shiny distractions. He invests in the one asset that never depreciates, himself. He calls it identity capital, the arsenal of skills, grit, and experiences that make him a force no one can ignore. Every risk he takes, every lesson he learns, every battle he fights, it's all fuel compounding into a value that money can't buy. Ordinary men chase external wins. The Sigma builds an internal empire. He knows the real game isn't about what you have, it's about who you become. And he's playing to win. This habit isn't for the faint-hearted. It means betting on yourself when the odds look grim, pushing past comfort to stack the deck in your favor. The Sigma doesn't wait for permission or handouts, he seizes opportunities and turns them into gold. This is stoic resilience in motion, rational investment in your own potential, unshaken by setbacks. While others diversify their lives into mediocrity, the Sigma doubles down on his strengths, knowing that true wealth lies in the man he's forging. It's not selfish, it's strategic, and it's why he's untouchable. 6. Value hunter, not possession hoarder. The masses drool over the next big purchase, piling up junk they don't need to fill a void they can't name. The Sigma hunts something fiercer, value. He doesn't care about the glitz of materialism. He's after experiences that sharpen his mind, knowledge that fuels his growth, and moments that anchor his soul. Every choice is a question. Does this make me better or just weigh me down? He's not here to hoard trophies, he's here to build a life of substance. Ordinary men chase stuff, the Sigma chases meaning. This habit is a gut punch to consumer culture. It takes discipline to turn away from the shiny bait and seek what lasts: wisdom, skill, freedom. The Sigma doesn't measure his worth by his garage, he measures it by his grit. This is stoic detachment done right. Emotional control over impulses, rational focus on what truly matters. While others drown in clutter, he travels light, armed with a clarity that cuts through the noise. It's not about having less, it's about being more, and that's a hunt worth winning. 7. The unshakable inner citadel, self-belief. Sigma confidence isn't loud, it's granite. It's an inner citadel built brick by brick from every challenge met, every doubt crushed, every truth faced head-on. While others beg the world to tell them they're enough, the Sigma knows it already. This isn't arrogance, it's a quiet, unshakable trust in his own worth, earned through blood and sweat. He walks through fire and comes out stronger, not because he's fearless, but because he believes in the man he's forged. Ordinary men lean on applause, the Sigma stands alone. Building this takes more than wishful thinking. It's a war against insecurity, fought with relentless self-honesty. The Sigma doesn't flinch at failure. He studies it, learns from it, and rises. This is stoic strength at its core, resilience rooted in rational self-belief, not fleeting hype. While others wobble with every breeze of criticism, the Sigma's foundation holds firm. His citadel isn't just a shield, it's a launch pad propelling him toward paths others fear to tread. That's not just confidence, that's power. 8. The digital firewall, intentional disconnection. The digital world is a trap, endless pings and scrolls designed to hook the weak. The Sigma doesn't play that game. He builds a firewall not just to step back but to take control. Technology's a tool, not his master. He uses it when it serves him, then cuts the cord. This isn't a casual break. It's a deliberate reclaiming of his mind, his time, his sanity. Ordinary men are slaves to the screen. The Sigma bends it to his will, choosing depth over distraction every time. Mastering this habit means staring down the addiction most can't resist. It's about silencing the noise to hear your own thoughts, about trading the cheap thrill of a notification for the real reward of focus. The Sigma knows the stakes, A cluttered mind can't create, can't conquer. This is stoic control in the modern age, rational mastery over a world built to pull you apart. While others scroll their lives away, the Sigma disconnects to connect with what's real. That's not retreat, it's rebellion, and it's why he's free. 9. Integrity as the non-negotiable compass. Integrity isn't a buzzword for the Sigma, it's his spine. He lives by a code so solid it doesn't bend no matter the storm. While others twist their principles to fit the moment, chasing likes or easy wins, the Sigma stays true even when it costs him. This isn't about looking good, it's about being real, aligning every move with the man he knows he is. Ordinary men trade their souls for convenience. The Sigma would rather stand alone than sell out. That's not just honor, that's iron. Living this way isn't easy, it's a gauntlet. It means saying no when yes would be simpler, facing the heat when you could dodge it. The Sigma doesn't waver because his compass isn't for sale. It's forged from his own values, not borrowed from the crowd. This is stoic virtue in action. Emotional control, rational loyalty to truth. While others drift with the tide, he's the rock they crash against. Integrity isn't his accessory, it's his engine, driving him through a world too spineless to understand. 10. The long game mandate, delayed gratification. Most men live for the quick hit, fast cash, instant thrills, shallow highs. The Sigma plays a different game, the long game. He's got the vision of a hawk and the patience of a hunter, planting seeds today for a harvest years down the line. Instant gratification? That's a trap for the weak. He invests in what compounds, skills, relationships, impact, knowing the real prizes take time to ripen. Ordinary men sprint for scraps. The Sigma builds legacies. This habit is a test of will, delaying the easy for the epic. It's about seeing the future so clearly that today's sacrifices feel like wins. The Sigma doesn't flinch at the weight. He thrives on it, fueled by a stoic calm that turns patience into power. While others burn out chasing now, he's stacking bricks for a fortress they'll never touch. This isn't about denying yourself. It's about claiming something bigger. That's not just strategy, that's domination through discipline. 11. Strength-focused evolution, mastery over mediocrity. The world preaches being well-rounded, like it's a virtue. Spread yourself thin, be decent at everything. The Sigma calls bullshit. He zeroes in on his strengths and hammers them into weapons of mastery, leaving the rest for the jacks of all trades to fumble. This isn't about ignoring flaws, it's about knowing where your fire lies and pouring every ounce of fuel into it. Ordinary men dilute themselves into average. The Sigma sharpens himself into exceptional. He doesn't just evolve, he dominates. Building this takes ruthless clarity, cutting the fat, doubling down on what sets you apart. The Sigma doesn't waste time on mediocrity. He chases greatness, driven by a stoic hunger to live at his peak. While others stumble trying to please everyone, he carves a lane no one else can touch. This is self-mastery with teeth, rational focus on what you were born to do. The result? A life not of balance but of brilliance. That's not just a habit, that's a revolution. You've just walked through the fire of 11 habits that break ordinary men but forge Sigma legends. This isn't the end, it's your beginning, your shot to build a life of raw power, unshakable purpose, and fierce independence. The Sigma male community isn't just a channel, it's your brotherhood, your guide to cutting through the noise and claiming what's yours. If this hit you hard, smash that like button, drop a comment with your fight, share this with the warriors in your circle, and subscribe. Turn on those notifications so you never miss the next strike. Reflect. Rise. Stay Sigma, brothers, we're just getting started.